Let's call the meeting in order. Danny, roll call please.
Yes, Johnson.
Here.
Panowitz.
Here.
Moriarty.
Here.
Zener Keipel.
Here.
Hanson.
Here.
And then Mark Renders is not yet here, but I'm assuming he is coming.
Are we online tonight?
No, I don't have Zoom active for
Okay.
tonight.
He's back from Iceland, isn't he?
I think so.
Maybe he got frozen over. Alright, need a motion for the approval of tonight's special agenda.
So motion.
Second.
Got a motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Go to discussion action items, hearing on appeal of order to remove vicious dog from the city. Owner residing at 1611 Porcelain Street. Okay, how do we want to start this? Well, I have the, start with the police department and
Should be on.
it wasn't.
There he goes.
Did you break it when you're doing your?
I probably did.
All right, I'm Officer Coates with the Sergeantville Police Department. I took this report from the dog that reports that it was attacked on numerous occasions. The first date that this dog was attacked would have been in October of 2025. There's video footage of each one of these instances, and the dog in each of them is unprovoked. It is unprovoked, and in each one of these you'll see that the dog that is unprovoked has the other dog that breaks through the fence. The dog that is unprovoked is on a leash in its own yard. The second incident that took place would be January of 2026, and then the latest incident was July of 2026. As I said, there are videos of each one of these. They're both a pit bull crossbreed, and to my knowledge, there's no injuries during any of these incidences, but the dog owner was made aware of them. So, I don't know.
Do you want me to play one of the videos?
Yeah, you play them, I can tell you when the date was.
So there's an October 2025, January 2026, and July 2026.
We can start with October.
Okay.
Or do we want to start with the one that
Mark's
took the
coming
phone
in.
call? And Mark Reinders is
Reinders
walking
coming
through the door.
Okay. Thank you.
I guess it doesn't matter, whatever you're comfortable with.
Probably the first, the most recent instance.
Okay. So you want me to start with this one?
Hi, Marcia.
Yes, this would be the one from October of 2025, that the roommate of the dog owner was home, and she witnessed the interaction.
Come on. Go, Toddy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey! Come on inside. Hey! That dog is almost done.
So that witness had to push the dog's head back through to get it unstuck, and that dog had broken through that fence before. That's why it was kind of fixed in that way. And so the dog owner that's here today had been asked to fix the fence numerous times before that, but this is just when they got cameras up to see the first instance. So then the next one, the one that took place was January 2026.
Go potty.
Go Bobby.
Wow! Oh my fucking god! Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely not. No. I don't know what else to do, man. I'm sorry. Is your dog already inside? No. I put her inside to get her away from him.
So in that one, you see that, the dog that was attacked was being attacked more so towards the throat, at one point squealing. And the owner was made aware in that one. You can see that's a continuous problem. She acknowledges that she doesn't know what to do anymore. So that's kind of what there is to that one. The male that's seen in that one is the dog owner's fiance, and it was in the early morning hours, so that's why it's not in color. And then the most recent one took place in July of 2026.
No! Get off of my dog! Get off of my dog! That's right. Liars. What was he doing to her? You hurt her? I couldn't tell. I just know it just looked like he kept trying to bite her face. Yeah, come on. He kept ripping out her ear and everything, and yeah.
So this one just kind of ends in the same way. It's another early morning one, that's why it's in black and white. It's just one of those things where the dog wasn't able to be put on a leash just yet, because it just came out the door. But for the most part, that dog's always in the leash in its own yard. And there's the constant breaking through and the aggressiveness shown by the other dog, no matter how many times that fence is repaired. So it seems like the dog that is getting attacked, that owner has given it a few chances to try to work it out over a time frame, and it's gradually getting worse. And so that dog is up to date on shots. I don't really have anything else to really add on this. I haven't spoken with the other dog owner. It got to the point that due to the dog being unprovoked in multiple instances, that is when the letter came out and deemed it vicious. Do you guys have any questions? I need me to clarify anything?
Thank you.
Okay. Let's hear from the owners of, is the owner of the dog that got attacked here? So we'll just be appeal letter then, okay, we'll listen to you.
I did print some stuff. Can I hand it to you guys?
Yes.
I only made 6 copies. I didn't know how many.
We can share.
Well, I think there, are you guys short one over there?
We got one here, so yeah.
Okay.
Kurt and I will share.
Yeah, we'll share.
Okay, now I can make sure. Sorry.
You guys share
I
everything.
think that's.
So you got an extra one there, you said?
What?
Thank you.
This one. Oh, I don't even know where to start really. So I got my dog in March of 25. He was like 4 months old, and I saved him from a bad situation, and he saved me as well. He's not aggressive, he's not vicious, he's reactive. He's reactive to other dogs. But he's never been like this to other dogs either. So I understand that we have 3 videos there, but we don't really know what happened in between these videos. It does say like he wasn't provoked, but if you watch the videos, especially like the last one, that dog ran to the fence first. Yes, my dog is heavy, he's strong. The last one, I am going to take the blame for that completely. I had built a dog run in my backyard to secure him, so he isn't even free to roam my yard at all. And that morning, it was like 5:30 in the morning, and we went out, and because it was so early, I thought it was safe. And we went out, and very shortly after is when they let their dog out. And it looks really bad when you watch him running through that wood. I did bring a piece of the new wood just to kind of show you. It's not the best quality. And it did break like right in the knot of the wood where it's weaker or something. I don't know. I'm not trying to make excuses for my dog or myself. I really made a mistake on the 14th because prior to that, like I said, he got his head through the fence. And we don't speak dog. So when you say that that dog came up to my dog's head in a friendly, playful manner, how do we really know that? Okay? We don't really know my dog wasn't provoked. We don't know what kind of stare the dog was getting. It doesn't, whatever. In another video, when my dog did get through, it did show the other guy, he hit my dog in the back. And then at the end, and then they're running around with their dog, I feel like, which was causing my dog to kind of chase it more. There was no injury. I spoke with the neighbors every single time. I spoke with them on the 14th, that morning. And there was no injury to their dog. I don't even let my dog outside, even on his run now. We take him out by leash in hand. I take my dogs for walks almost every single night. I have photos. He's been at the splash pad with me. He's around people. He's around children. He's around cats. He's around other things, and he's not vicious and he's not aggressive. He's never been vicious or aggressive. Literally his best friend is this 3-year-old right here. So, I mean, I don't know, I got some videos of him interacting with children, cats, things like that. Also, like I said, I do have the dog run in place, which right now I'm not even using. We're just taking him out by hand. We're not letting him go. I did also purchase, he has a corrective collar that I'm using. I've got a slip lead that I'm using now for better correction. And then I also went out and bought a basket this basket muzzle just in case, I mean, he's never bit anybody. He's never bit a dog. He's never, he broke my wood on my fence. He's heavy. He's a big boy. And if I knew he was gonna be a horse, probably would've got him. Like, I didn't know. And then, you know, his papers there say he's a mixed breed. Nowhere in there does it say he's a pit mix. And that came from the veterinarian. So if the veterinarian thought he was more pit than anything else, why wouldn't he have wrote pit mix? And if that would have been the case, I wouldn't have brought him into Sergeant Bluff. And I have pictures of him as a puppy where he resembles more long snout, lavish, boxer type. I don't. So I just, the 14th was my fault. It really was. And I really don't want to do that to my children and have to get rid of him. I don't know. Can somebody else speak to, or is that okay?
Hello, so I'm her boyfriend, and I obviously go over there frequently. I've been around the dog for the last couple of
Do
years.
you mind
with
if I
it.
just get your name for the record?
Oh, sorry, Jason Watterson. Just to kind of reiterate what she was saying, there was no prior instances. Obviously, these videos look really bad. We understand that. To be completely honest, we were not shown these videos ahead of time. We did not know kind of what happened when the dog went on the other side of the fence. She had asked the neighbors what was going on or what happened. The neighbors obviously showed some frustration, however, they did not go into detail about what was going on or what happening or making it into a huge deal. We assumed that their dog being female, possibly being he and her dog being male, that had something to do with it as well. There was some of that back and forth. We had multiple interactions with the neighbors in between, and again, none of this was ever brought up, nothing like that was ever discussed. They had been over before and seen the dog and had never reacted in any type of way. We again have small children. We have a 3-year-old, he has friends. We have an 8-year-old who also has friends that come over. We've never had any instance where we were ever even worried about this dog being around children or other people or even other animals. Now, again, we understand how bad that video looks, right? There's more context to it though, being that we don't exactly know what happened in between. We don't exactly know what caused him to react the way that he did. But you can clearly see in the video, while I know the officer said that it looked like he was attacking, to me that's a big dog, and if he wanted to attack that other dog, he would have attacked that other dog. Them holding it back with one hand is not going to restrain that dog if he's really trying to attack it and grab it by its throat. So that's obviously, their opinion. But again, she's done multiple things and put multiple things in place to make sure this doesn't happen, to make sure that, that the community is safe. I understand that is your guys' ultimate goal and responsibility as city council members, is the safety of the city, right? We fully understand that. We take full responsibility for what has happened, and moving forward, we will do whatever, you guys deem necessary to try to be able to rehabilitate or to keep the dog. So, thank you.
What steps exactly have been taken?
Well, I've built a dog run, so it's T-post in the ground, maybe 7 feet apart, and then I have the wire going from side to side, and then I have one drop down to him. So he can still run back and forth, but he's secured. He can't get these out of the ground. I don't know how to explain it. And then also the correction collar, the slip lead, and then I got this muzzle here, because like I said, I take my dogs for walks almost every night, and I don't ever have issues. So if I have to put a muzzle on him, then I will. I did fix the fence also. And I'm planning on I am going to get something stronger on the inside. Right now, I do have like, so it's the pickets, I replaced the pickets, I have plywood, thick plywood across, just, my dog has never broke out of my fence, only on this side to this dog, only when the dog is outside, like he just doesn't just run out my fence and break through the fence all over. It just happened to be right there, so like I said, I'll do whatever I need to do. Whatever. I did get the evidence on Thursday finally. And I've also worked every day since, so I've tried to like scurry and try to get things gathered together, you know, statements and stuff from people that have been around my dog and that know my dog, you know. I work at Floyd Senior Living. My dog goes there, you know, around elderly people. So, I don't know if the dog was in heat these 3 times. I don't know, because he got through these 2 times. Otherwise, it was just his head got through the fence, which the wood was rotten. So, yes. I have I can pull the pictures out that I brought of the dog run that I was talking about.
So whenever it's in the backyard now, it's never, not gonna be loose enough to
Oh, it ain't gonna be loose at all.
pop the
and
fence and do it
No,
again?
and right now, I'm, like, for the last month, I haven't even put him on the dog run. When he goes outside, we have him on a slip lead, which I brought also to show you. So this is the slip lead, and he also has another collar and harness on, and the correction collar too now, because I'm just, so this goes around, you know, this blocks it, so if he pulls, I can correct him, you know. And he doesn't normally pull, and when we go on walks, he don't normally pull me either. He walks with me, so, and I've been working with him since I first got him. One of the reasons he's has reactivity to dogs is because he's not around dogs a lot. And I don't like dog parks, you know? So he hasn't been around a lot of dogs. But that doesn't mean he's aggressive. It just means he's reactive. But it's to dogs because he doesn't have a problem around cats or anything. He drove by a chicken last night and he was fine. No, serious, I'm not joking. You know, it's animal, you know? I don't know. But I can pull out, I don't know. I did bring my laptop with a file saved with videos of him interacting with my kids and my cats and stuff like that.
Like, just a quick question. When was this generated, the vaccination?
He needs shots. They're not up to date.
Okay. We're trying to figure out
Figure out
how
the
he's
age.
4 months old, but yeah.
There he was, yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
his shots are not up to
Oh,
date
yeah.
as of right now.
But they will be up to date.
They will be up to date.
2026, I noticed that.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
March.
They're beyond it.
They are.
Yep.
They're about, I think, 4 months behind from because he did go back and have to get a second dose on whatever he got. And I took him for that. And then I think it was March that he was needing to get the other booster, which I will make an appointment right now.
I care more about the rabies.
Any other pictures of it?
It was a rescue unit.
I rescued him
Organization.
from a house, actually. It wasn't from a place, it was from some people that were breeding that probably, well, I think they were, I don't know. Shouldn't have been, maybe.
Because dogs are only as good as what the owners train them.
You know. Well, he is a good dog.
I used to be with Noah's Hope Animal Rescues.
Mhm. Well, like, he was 4 months old now, he still was a puppy, but 4 months old, still a little old to even, introduce him to other dogs. It's hard. So he didn't really go around other dogs.
But how do you, I mean, I'm going by the videos, I can't vote, but I can ask questions. I'm watching the videos, and I'm seeing no aggressiveness out of you to train the dog that's in the neighbor's yard. You just walk over and you look like you had a cigarette in your hand, you're like, oh, what happened here again? I would have been beating that dog.
Right. I should have, I wasn't, like I said, I didn't see these videos until Thursday.
I didn't see him till today.
Right, I know, and they do look bad. I should have corrected him for breaking out of my fence. I didn't know he was like chasing the other dog around and things like that. Really, I didn't. There was a hole in the fence. I couldn't see through the rest of the privacy fence.
And this dog looks like it, when you go get shots, could be fixed also.
That is a
'Cause
plan.
I'm sure it's in the heat that's breaking through, because they can sense what's
Yes.
on the other side without even.
Yes, and I will get him fixed. I will get him fixed. It's been a plan of mine anyways, and I finally just
And
found it.
depending on the voting here, you could probably bring that after vaccination and fixed documentation to the city.
Okay. Yes,
Show that you prove that you will do it.
I will do it. I will do it. But like, I mean, my dog's been to Okoboji for the whole weekend with me. Like, I just have,
Seen it hurt?
No,
huh?
no.
You go to Okoboji? My dad has a trailer up there, so, I mean, he's been up there on the boat, on the dock. This is the one I was trying to find, sorry. I don't have copies of these, but I can.
Okay.
This is the dog run that I built.
Any other interaction with any other dogs? Any other times?
He's been around my sister's dog, which is a female and fixed. She's kind of older and deaf, and there's not like a whole lot of, I mean, he's sniffing and stuff, but we're not actively pulling her from him. So I don't know, it's just,
Please.
but like, he's been, I put this thing on him. This is what he looks like right now. He's huge. He has a big head. He does. He has a huge head. But here's the interaction. He's literally eats in the same dish as the cats. The cat eats with him. There's some pictures there, and then there's a picture with this basket muzzle on also, to show what that looks like.
Police staff, have we had any other complaints about this particular animal?
The same one that's reporting that her dog was attacked claims that she's called it in before to the area. We just don't have it documented, so.
Okay. And were there injuries to the other dog? I couldn't really tell from the video that.
She just quarantined her dog. She didn't go further as far as going to a vet or reporting anything.
And I think the record said there was no bite marks, blood.
Yeah, 'cause I thought I heard her
or
say
missing.
something about a bite mark on the ear, but.
Because I think the police report said they were called out for a dog bite, but there wasn't any, and like, he's a big boy. If he wanted to do harm, he probably could have, it's, and then even with like, he's not aggressive to people, but in that video, you can see the other dog owner, the male, staring my dog down in the eyes and continually doing it, which provoked my dog to bark at him.
Kid training.
Yeah, here, Bobby, want this one? It's up to you and Jackson. It's you and Jackson.
It's Poopy and Jack. Poopy and Jackie. Jackie and Cora.
I wanna say like, maybe this picture is the day that we got him. And where it shows, you know, like he has a longer snout and like I said, if I would have known pit bull, obviously I would bring him out here, but this is what he looked like when I first brought him home.
A question about when the letter from for the emotional support piece, when
I
it was
just-
dated.
Well, I just had them emailed them to me.
Okay.
I never needed them for any other reason, so I never had them with me on hand.
Sure.
You sit with the police officer, probably. But he just biffed it before we came, his knee and his elbow bleeding.
So what breed of dog actually is it? I think you said something about pit bull, but
Well, honestly, he might have some in him, I don't know. People are saying like that American Bulldog, Boxer, Mastiff's thrown in there because his weight and how big his head is. And I don't know for sure.
because the city ordinance says if genetically 50% more of a bulldog, then it's deemed a
Pit bull.
dangerous animal, or pit bull,
Pit-
sorry.
I know what you mean,
Yeah.
what you say.
It'd have to be 49%. What's 50%?
But we don't know that.
Right.
Until it's tested.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
But he really is a family dog. Oh, here's the lead, there's a line, it goes with the run that I showed you guys. The line that drops down from the run that clips to the dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a clothesline. He's a great dog.
Sure, proper training.
And I've lived out here for 13 years. I've only had him for a year and a half, I think. But I've never had any issues, you know?
So your thoughts the first time it happened, when he sort of put his head through the fence,
Mhm.
and then the second and the third, like what were you sort of thinking from one time to the next?
Well, when he put his head through the fence, I'm trying to remember the sequence of all of it. Do you remember? Oh, shoot. Hang on. I'm trying to remember. I think they put this thing in front of, on their side, to keep him from putting his head through the fence anymore. And then I did fix it. No, I didn't. I can't remember the sequence of events here, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's been like within the last year, so,
But it's not a double fence, it's not like he comes through your fence and there's another,
No.
like it's
mm-mm.
a shared
It's
fence.
just one picket, the one picket,
And that's your fence, right?
yep.
Yeah.
My fence. And if it were to come down to it, I guess I would move. I just really don't wanna do that because we've been here a long time and the community knows my son here. And he doesn't do well with change at all, so.
Well, this is not our favorite thing to do, I will tell you. It's my least favorite thing, because this is your pet. It is your family animal, and we understand how big of a deal that is to you. As your fiance noted earlier, we do have a responsibility to the rest of the community. And we have ordinances that help us, guide us in how we can do that. So it really kind of handcuffs us, no pun intended, on what we can and cannot do. It is kind of clear based on the videos that we have. Now granted, we're not in your home, that based on the videos that our ordinance do, the officer did what the ordinance specifies. That is when the dog needs to be removed from the city. But that is just me. So I'm just one voice.
I'll echo what she said. What's got me concerned is it showed aggressiveness towards another dog. And it busted through a fence to do that, and I'm just wondering if you're walking down the road and it sees another dog and something triggers it to go off, that dog being as big as it is, I don't know if you're gonna be able to hold it back. And that's what scares me. If there's some little girl walking her little dog down the street and something triggers the dog again, because it's already shown that 3 times, if not more. It was kind of weird seeing him bust through a brand new replaced fence too, so that's what, I don't know.
Well, the picket next to that one wasn't replaced, it was rotten still. So one was new and then the other one was rotten still. And this is a piece, I kind of went a cheap route with these, which I shouldn't have done. But it shows like it did bust right at the knot, and I don't know if that means, I don't know anything about wood, so. I thought I'd just grab this, I could just kind of show you how thin it is and stuff. But like I said, also, with your concern, if that is a concern, I will muzzle my dog anytime he's outside at all, if that's what I need to do.
I think the concern is when it's unattended in the backyard.
Well, it won't be. It's not gonna be unattended.
Because it needs ownership.
It will not be unattended in the backyard.
I was looking at one of the pictures that was just pointed out, so you have the walking trail that goes right through your back, right past the backyard, which.
And like I said, he's never done this. It's only on that side of the fence towards this certain particular dog for some reason. I don't know why.
I get it, once they get triggered, they get triggered. And it's embedded in them, once it gets trained out of them.
I'll put him in training if that's what I need to do.
So, it's trying to state some facts.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
I will get him trained. I'll get him in obedience or training. But like I said, he is trained. He just has dog reactivity. He knows commands. And I don't know if that's every dog. It's just that dog. But I didn't want to just single that dog out. We went up to the neighbor dog on the other side. He did write a thing in there and he has a white American bulldog maybe, and he's a male, and they just sniffed each other. There wasn't anything there.
Do you have any more people that wanna come up and speak, or?
Yeah, they're all scared.
Council people, yep.
We're scared.
They're all scared.
Did you say the bottom half of the fence is now covered in plywood? Is the fence fixed
Yes, the fence is fixed.
with better product than that?
Well, I have those pickets, but then I have like, I think it's 1.5 or 2 inch thick plywood running across the bottom part of the inside of the fence.
The
All
whole
the way
way on,
around?
all the way on that neighbor side?
On the neighbor's side.
On that neighbor, but not all the way around.
Right. And my goal was to actually get like a cattle panel and put it on the inside of my fence, just to make it stronger. That's what somebody suggested. Hog panel and cattle panel.
Is there a neighbor on the other side of your yard?
Yeah.
And you don't have any issues on them?
No, they don't. Well, so right next door, they don't, but then the one connected to that one is the one that has the American Bulldog that moves it up
Picture
to.
in your packet.
The neighbors
Their backyard.
right next to them have a bunch of children.
It's on the old drive.
Yeah, I'm getting there. No, I didn't.
And I know, like, I've seen some of the pictures of the fence where it was fixed all the way around, or like in spots, and that was not caused from the dog escaping. That was just rotting wood, that I will replace because I'm working on painting the outside of the fence.
Good thing.
You want to do?
Yeah, right, right. Me too. You probably can. Not moving. Close.
This is the.
Oh, is that, okay.
There's the tree right now. Loops there.
Also, he's not a menace barker either. He like only barks when that dog comes outside. And I don't ever bring my dog out. If they're already out, I never would bring my dog out. I only bring him out when they're not out. And then, that's all I'll say.
So do we have to make a motion to affirm or reverse?
I'll just wait
Correct.
for all the questions and answers. Yep.
Did anyone have any questions about the ADA protections? Because that is an issue that was not presented in the appeal letter, but is presented in the information that is here. And materials that are dated from just today, at least for one of those. So I typically would have put the ADA information into the packet or the information that you would receive for these types of situations when someone is claiming that they have a service animal, or in this case, a companion animal. Where that doesn't extend to, that is protections for someone to have a companion animal under fair housing in our own home. It does not extend to the private property of another person. And so they don't have protection for the fact that it is exiting this person's, these owners' private property and going on to the neighbor's private property. So there's no ADA protection to claim that you have the right to have that service animal. Further, the ADA does define a service animal as one is specifically trained to perform a task with relationship to that disability, is housebroken and under the handler's control at all times. Typically, that is with a leash, harness, or tether, as you see Aaron Johnson use for his animal. It does not have to be on the leash, tether, or harness if it interferes with the animal performing some type of task for the person with a disability. And further, the animal must not be a direct threat to the health and safety of others. So that definition, I don't think, would apply to the situation, both because of the property and the dog's behaviors.
That's really helpful clarification. Thank you.
And there's some of the supporting statements and what you've said talks about how, the dog responds to commands, that sort of thing, but can you speak to any training, the training that you've completed with the dog thus far?
Can I what? I'm
Can
sorry.
you just tell what sort of training has the dog gone through? Any form
What
of
I've done with
training, or-
him. It was, just what I've done.
Okay.
But I'm willing to reach out.
Okay.
My biggest concern is the quality of the fence and the fact that first time the dog shoved its head through there should have been enough for you to fix the fence so it never happen again.
Right.
And I would certainly encourage you to continue to make sure that fence is more secure than it is.
And that was my mistake.
Kind of with Mark on that feeling, the first time it happens, as a person with multiple dogs myself, I'm around dogs all the time. For an example, this past weekend, my dogs were up at Okoboji. A friend of the dog jumped a 4-foot fence to come over and play with my dogs. Now, if you're looking at a video, yeah, it's going to look like it's running up there to attack, but they just want to play. I don't see this as dangerous or vicious attack. I mean, there's not any other evidence to go that this is a multiple time offender and this kind of stuff. If it was scent, if it was heat, we don't know. It's 3 separate incidents over a year. But I've witnessed worse just for dogs so they can play with each other. There's one that's this dog breed with this dog breed, so that's kind of my stance on it here as well. I didn't see an attack. I saw the dog trying to play. And I came through. So, and like I said, I have 2 dogs myself, and I see this, I witness this on almost a daily basis. So, I'm with Mark, the fence should definitely be looked at, make sure so, just for the assurance of your neighbors that this will never happen again. Then the second, kind of what Mayor said, is, the shots, trust me with you, I know the expense of it. It's astronomical. My dogs go to Elk Creek Animal Hospital as well. But definitely need to get those up-to-date vaccinations, rabies, collar on at all times, which is very important when your dogs are loose around any other dogs, people, anybody. So that's just kind of my 2 cents.
Makes sense, because if you showed us pictures of the dog at the splash pad, and I'm looking at a dog that's overdue on shot, that shouldn't be out to the public.
And then to the question, like, I'm not a new dog person, but I would just think like that if you could have the dog neutered, that would also eliminate the issue, right? If, you know, we don't know why, but if it is that, some
Right.
things that, you know, then that takes it out of the mix, right? So that would be important.
That's correct, it really tames them down.
It seems that, I'm like, I'm not,
It
like,
takes the
so not a
spunkiness
dog
out.
person, and this is my first situation with this sort of thing, but, yeah,
It takes the spunkiness away.
I have a lot to add besides that.
Takes a teenager.
Is this young man Kaysen?
Yeah.
Okay. So the dog is actually a support person for you and him?
Yes. When I got the dog, my son's autistic. When we got the dog, he was going through a rough spot where we were getting on meds and stuff, and so I was going through it with him, pretty good, aggression and stuff. And the dog kind of helped me through that, as well as when he would have meltdowns and things, my dog would get up there and like lay his head on him and kind of hard and like hold him, like comfort him, I want to say. And like I said, we've had him for 1.5 years, and he does not do well with change at all. My 3-year-old loves the dog, and he's really my baby. But I don't, you know, I will do all these things. I will get his shots. I will get him neutered. I will get him trained around other dogs.
And the fence.
And the fence.
And the fence. I'll do the fence.
Are you two ready?
He's just talking. No, I mean, he's reviewing the,
So when we vote, is it affirm or to reverse?
whichever way.
Whatever which way you put
That's what I
the
say, when we
motion
make the
as.
motion.
Whoever makes the motion, makes the motion. Which direction you wanna go.
Mhm. So whoever puts the motion out there is how it's gonna be,
If it passes.
if it passes. Correct. So are you guys ready to make a motion?
I believe so.
Okay.
And I'm gonna throw it out there, kind of what I'm thinking, I'm gonna make the motion to reverse the order of removal based on the criteria that we discussed with the fence, the shots, the training, and complied within the timely manner,
And the neutering,
and the neutering, yeah.
not to interrupt her.
Yeah. I just couldn't remember what we all had.
With proof
With proof, within
of
60
veterinarian,
days, all this is presented back to us as being completed.
or then what?
Or then, what do we look at? I don't know the technicality,
Okay.
you know what I mean? The technical terms of all this.
I mean, you're reversing it, so you have to go a little bit more technical.
Yeah,
Yeah, cause if you reverse it and then 60 days shows up, are you kicking the
And then
can?
it's just like.
Or are
and
you,
nothing happened, then I would
Right.
say,
That's why
yeah.
we're with documentation from the veterinarian, that the shots, the neutering, fence,
And the fence being
do you want it
completed
registered with the city also?
and looked at by Aaron Johnson. So we can,
is that his job?
or city inspector, I mean, somebody that can go out and look at it, that's neutral, that don't know who that is.
Well, we'll leave that one out.
I think we
We
should,
should
I
leave
think
that
it
out.
belongs on the dog owner to do that and to bring it to
Absolutely.
Danny or,
Okay, well, I'm just saying, is our pictures gonna be
Within
enough
60
saying
days.
this is holding up?
You get a vet's,
No, I'm not talking about the vet, I'm talking about the construction of the
Just,
fence.
just all of it.
Yes, all of it put together.
Sarah, do you agree on this type of motion, on the 60 days?
Yeah, you need to have, if you're gonna reverse it and give the opportunity to cure, the issues that are, have not been addressed to this point, then I would strongly suggest that you have a time limit on that, and if not met within that time limit, then they don't have, it's not reversed,
It's
and
not
so
reversed.
then
Okay.
it needs to be removed.
Yeah,
So it's
that.
reverse pending the
Reverse
completion of
pending,
these
yes,
activities.
Right.
correct.
that all
The,
those,
I would also throw in there that you need
genetic testing.
genetic testing because the other dog has been removed.
Oh, okay.
It hasn't though.
It has not,
No, it's been,
my understanding is
We
removed.
were told it was.
I was, yeah,
the neighbor's dog is gone?
Yeah, because it's pit bull mix.
Couldn't tell that. I like that, Ron, Mayor. I think that should be part of it too, yes.
Yeah, because if you're at the vet getting shot, they can determine the breeds, can't they, run a test?
So,
I said the vets can determine that, so if you're
absolutely, I
there.
think, don't we have the kits here, City Hall?
Yeah, it's a kit, it has to be authorized by the city,
Yeah.
and
We have one
so
here.
Oh, we do.
Well, PD has them, I think.
genetic testing may be required, is the only source to validate proof. And the genetic testing kit is to be purchased from the city. The animal owner will be reimbursed by the city for the cost of genetic testing if the animal is deemed dangerous, which we're not deeming it dangerous in this situation.
Okay.
All the parameters set?
Yes,
Do you want to read it?
Yeah, so
Danny.
I'm trying to type out what everybody said here, like, does this make sense? And I haven't finished writing everything, but I just said that there's a motion to reverse the order of removal pending the fence being reviewed by the building inspector, getting up to date shots, training initiated, genetic testing done, neutering completed. And what, is there anything else I'm missing there? And to
And it-
provide the results.
Yeah, they need to provide documentation of those things within 60 days.
Within,
How do you provide documentation for the training? Just that he's enrolled? I mean, what are you looking for, guys?
I don't know, my dogs, when they've gone through training, get a certificate.
Right,
at the
but
end
does
of it.
that mean, he
So-
said enrolled, so I'm just saying
Enrolled or,
completed?
yeah. Either
Is
they're
that what you're
enrolled or
looking for?
I don't know if training's 60 days or if she started
Oh,
tomorrow.
there's different.
Yeah,
styles
there's
of
different
training.
kinds, yeah.
And it's a young dog, and if it's gonna be a support dog, which the, animal
Paperwork
leads to, then it's gonna be a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
I would think you
Right
could
now,
still
it's not
request
as-
a
it's
written
not
certification of your
certified.
dog is
Certification, okay.
pursuing
completed
this
or-
training and will complete it in this time. I mean, you can make a request to the trainer to provide that type of
And they will.
information.
To date when that will be finished, yeah.
Does that all make sense? to
Now
you?
are you close?
I think so,
Okay.
Yes.
I think so.
With that, I would
Page two.
second the motion, based on the fact that it looks like it's just a problem between you and the fence and the neighbor. I'm taking your word for it, that when you take it for a walk, it doesn't get aggressive with other people or other animals. And I didn't really see it totally attack the other animal with no visible injuries. That's a positive.
As much as I would love to support this motion, I'm not gonna be able to. Just because I fear, I feel like the ordinance is set forth that the dog fits into those categories, but I understand that you guys, and I like all the parameters that you've put on it, so.
I do have a question. If the genetic mix comes back, that it is
Pitbull.
pit bull in a percentage
50% or
that,
more.
that then would
It would automatically.
It would be a
This
different-
would all be,
This would all be,
yeah.
Well, they would need
Default
to
it would
issue a
default to
different
different.
order
Sure.
based on a different code section that is specific to the pit breed.
Okay, so there's that.
I'm gonna watch you sometime.
And that's beyond our,
but that's,
a whole other
that
thing.
is what it is.
But then we'd know.
No, we don't.
Okay.
However, this shots and everything should still be taken care of, because you're depriving the dog of its health. And you treat
putting other-
you treat animals just like you do your own children.
Putting other individuals and animals at risk, right?
Yes. All right, are we ready to call the reversal of the volume of
Yeah.
6 pages later.
requests
Yeah.
of responsibility
got
to
it.
her?
All right.
All right,
Uh,
you gonna read it again, or?
Do you want me to do a roll call?
Yeah, we'll do roll call vote.
Okay.
I think that sounds good.
Okay. Johnson,
No,
Hanowitz,
No,
Rangers,
Yes.
Moriarty,
Yes.
Zener, Keipel.
Yes.
Okay, we have 3 yeses.
best of luck.
2 noes.
I hope it works for you.
Do that.
Motion carries that it's been reversed and it's all responsibility on you for 60 days.
Okay. I will do it. So do I have to purchase the kit, the DNA? I have to purchase it from
From the
Sergeant
city,
Blunt?
yeah.
From the city.
Mhm.
And then if it comes out, if it's 49% or less, then the city will reimburse.
Okay.
That's the
You might
DNA.
want to do that first.
That's up to her.
Yeah. You might want to do that first.
Right.
It takes a while to come back. I don't remember how long the last one took. I don't remember.
It's been a long time
It's
since
been
we've
a
done
long
one.
time.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but
Okay,
Thank you.
motion to adjourn.
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, everyone.
thank you.
That's so powerful.